let's check how you can create and set up project in Tolgee platform. First, select the organization you would like to create the project in. I'm okay with Dunder Mifflin, but you can choose from different ones. Next, click this Add button. Now I'm in a Create Project view. So first thing I have to do is set the name of the project. Next, I can set up my languages. I'm gonna use English as my base language, but I'm gonna also add German. I can add languages with regions, like Brazilian Portuguese. If I don't like the language definition, I can modify it. I can modify the name, the original name, and I can modify the flag. If you really would like to, you can also modify the tag, but we recommend against it, because then the machine translation won't work correctly sometimes. By hitting Save button, my project is created. And now I can enter my project. As I can see, nothing already happened in the project. There is no activity. Unless the creation of the project, there are 0 keys and 0 base words. So let's see how we can set up the project. In the project settings view, we can edit the name of the project, the description, and the base language. So for example, if I add some markdown description and I save it, then in my project dashboard I can see the description rendered. To add new language, start typing to the Find Language field. So this way I can add Dutch. I can also customize the language in the language settings. Now I have enabled all the machine translation providers for all the languages, and I have set AWS Translator as my primary service. That means that automatic translation of new keys will be made by AWS Translator. So to change that, so for example for German, I would like to enable only Google and set the Google as a primary service. I have to change the Google as a primary service and then I can enable everything else. Now when I go back to translation view and add new key, I'm getting only Google Translator suggestions for German. Now I have enabled machine translation with primary provider. That means that when I go to translations and I will add new key, with base text hello, and I hit save, I have it automatically translated by the primary provider to German. Under the machine translation settings, I can check my credit balance. That means how many credits I have left for machine translations. 1 character means 1 credit. In the members settings, I can manage members of my project. Currently, I have 2 members in my project, myself and Pam Beasley. Using the permission level dropdown, I can modify permissions for each user. For example, I would like to let Pam Beasley only to translate, not to manage the project. For the translate permission type, I can also modify languages which is the user enabled to translate to. So for example, I would like to Pam Beasley only be able to translate to Dutch. To invite new members to the project, you can use Invite User button. And here you can choose whether to use email or link. The simple option is just to generate the link. This way I generated link for Jim, and the link was automatically copied to my clipboard so I can send it to him. Setting up project in Tolgee is this easy. Happy translating!